Hello, comrades and Norman descendant. Shanghai Knife Dude here. First of all, I just realized probably I'm not really the best person to talk about this topic because this kind of nib, the one as you will see here, this kind of nib is not my language. It's your Norman descendant's language. That's my language, okay? But come on, it's fun. So I just share. There are plenty very good video on how to grind the nib and how to introduce the historical background of these kinds of specialty nibs, etc. Basically, it's the Western that invented the fountain pen, and the Chinese just joined the party like 100 years ago. How much can Chinese know about pens? Come on. Chinese is none other things. But after watching all these masterpiece video clips, I noticed there's something they missing, so I will edit it in the video. So that's basically my value. For the rest of, otherwise, do watch other people's good video. Really, they are much better than mine. I already, because that's my second language. Come on. Okay, let's start. First of all, people might asking me what kinds of grind they are using. They are worried so much, etc. My answer is the best tool you need is brain adjustment and a time. After you grinding anything, give yourself some time. Your brain, if you don't know where your brain is, roughly speaking, it's something above your neck and under your hair. That if you're bald, you probably don't have hair, but just try your best to recall when you still got hair up there, what's underneath. Use something between the neck and hair. That thing is so powerful. That thing will help you to adjust all the most horrible pain, and you will just get used to it. Don't keep, and also the time will help you to understand what's really in the thing between your fingers, and they will adjust it for you. After you grind something, don't just be, how can put it, don't be short-tempered. Do you have that saying in English? I don't know, but you know what I mean, yeah? Don't overdo it. Give yourself some time. After I grind this specific nib, I use about a week or so, try to learn the characteristics of it. I mean, yes, you grind it. You newbie just grind the thing, but it really takes some time. You have to adjust. You have to adjust yourself to the sweet spots. Try to learn the nib. That sweet spot and that habit didn't come into the second after you grind it. It will come in after time. Okay, so the best tool is your brain, and give yourself some time. Number 2, why I pick reverse oblique? Because after I study all the historical nibs available. What I mean historical is like probably in the recent 70 years. What's been available to the market, especially Pelican and Mont Blanc. These two was really the pioneer. I mean, they are the only player. They are not the pioneer. There's no other player. No. They are the other waterman. But never mind. But after taking reference to all those, not fuddy daddy, but they are to all those historical products. what I find is reverse oblique give you the most line variance. What's line variance? Oh, come on. Have you noticed the S thing? The most... where is my marker? Line variance is the difference between your thinnest line and your broadest line. The difference is called line variance. Some pen don't have line variance. Some pen with huge line variance. Let me try in here. That's line variance. Okay? That's the nib I just grind. That's no line variance. So why we want line variance? It's for artistic reason, I guess. Yeah, we no longer for artistic reason, it's for fun. Yeah, I believe that is only the reason you want line variance, especially in the field of calligraphy, especially when you do a larger character. Line variance does give you some character, some taste. And if you do a line variance, if you only writing in a line between 1 centimeter or narrower, you will find the line variance is actually doesn't give you that much, really. But that's the topic I will cover later. I find that this structure give me the most giving me the most line variance. Okay, let's come to third point. And you will see in my design in here, I specifically marked a sharp edge. Sharp edge. If you come from my nib micro video, if you already seen it. This sharp edge, it's not necessarily 90 degree. It's not strictly very sharp edge. If it's really sharp, it just turned into, if it's a 90 degree or even sharper, it becomes kind of like a cursive italics. And I tried it, and that just make the pen extremely unwritable and it's not smooth at all. It's like a chisel on the paper, and it's ready to broken your paper anytime. So down this sharp edge, it's not really a sharp. The better to round it a bit, give it a bit of smoothness. But how much you round it, I don't know. You just try it in your own laboratory, then you will know. But don't overdo it. If you do it really round, then the pen become really smooth. But you lost the ability to have a line variance. That's all this nib is about. So that's the trade-off. So that's the trade-off between how much you grind this edge. Remember, you do need this grind. You do need this corner there. So here is the number 3. Number 4, pen rotation, oblique. Yes. In some documents, people are always very fascinated with this degree. Some say 30 degree, some say 15 degree, and some nib master charge you like 200 or to $300 US. I mean, to grind this thing. But what I find is how much this degree they edge off. There's only one factor affect is how much degree is how much degree you get used to your pen to rotate this pen. The more it cuts, the more the pen tend to be rotate towards your fingernail. If you cut it that way, then the pen is tending to the nib, how should I say it? That's the face. The face of the nib tend more towards to you. Then it becomes this shape. That is called the left-footed or oblique. My design here, no, not really my design. The design here is called reverse oblique. It's just like a right foot. Now locked down into a right foot. It's just something like that. So that really, it's not that important. So the degree here, don't be too nerves, I should say, or don't be too picky, just fucking try it. Just try it. The more you grind off, the pen tend to more over there. What's the big deal? Yeah. Just try it. Don't be afraid. Because the Chinese, look at them. I bought this for how much? 10, 20, $3 or something. No, more than $3, but $3 or $4. That is, you have a 10 of them for $3-4. If you ruin one, get a new one. But remember where you failed. Okay, learn the lesson. So that degree, you don't have to be too picky about this. So let's jump to topic 5. What I use, my topic 5, grip position and height. Yeah. Now we come to the, after we understand all those theory and the preparation, yeah, now we were ready to grind the thing. I use 2 type of grinder, 3 type of. And you know, I am a knife guy, and I sharpen knives, and that is kind of thing I find happened to be in my toolbox, and it says 400. I mean, that kind of thing. I mean, it's metal, and I believe it's also definitely available on AliExpress. You just AliExpress or Etsy, that's not very expensive. So number 400, 400 is used to sharpen the tip, because when the tip just arrived, it was a perfect round circle. To get down to this kind of thing, if you need to grind off, get rid of the material of that chunk of size, you need a 400. And the second type of polish I used is that's a nail polished, really. That's kind of nail polished. I don't know I don't really know exactly what's the number for this kind of strand, but that's for nail polished. Look at it. My nail just polished so shine. It's so thin. I believe that kind of this final layer is like 10,000 or something like that. So basically that's the only three tool I use. I have a box of other sand. I don't use all of them, because either too cross or too fine, which I find them useless in my case. And that is used to reshape the pen tip. That is used to polish the pen tip. This side first, this side next. In the meantime, keep your pen inked, cause the ink in the pen will help act as lubricant to when you were doing the job. Keep your pen. Also, there's one thing every people missed. Yeah. Have you noticed when they grind this thing, because your grinder, your sandpaper, if you're using sandpaper, it will be fine because the pen paper will be lay flat in the surface. Your pen tip will be exactly the same distance as you were writing them. But if you grind it on something with some height, you see, that thing is with some height, that thing is with height too. You have to bear this in mind. If you grind it like that, you have to make your pen in your most normal, your most standard, I would say, no, not standard, in a position you're most comfortable with. You have to higher your pen bit, because if you grinded it like this, yeah, if you grind your thing like this, you see the pen just layered. Your pen, the degree your tip is touching the degree you're touching the grinder. You see the pen is laid down like 30 degree or something. Now, if you go back to your paper, your 30 degree is like something like this. Have you ever tried to write a pen like this? So my point is, if you will grind your pen up to the same height as you were get used to do. I mean, in other words, you were looking for the writing surface, which is this edge, as close to the way you were writing on the paper. Okay, so that's the point. So that's my key point of it. I mean, this kind of grind, it's not that easy to. It's quite difficult. I'm telling you why. I tell you why. Have you noticed? Let's just take this example. This edge is this edge, okay? Now, imagine you are trying to create this edge when the nib is down, yeah? Now you tell me, how can you do it without grinding this edge off? If you hold the pen like this, it's impossible. I tell you, it's impossible. If you hold the pen like this, it's impossible. My experience is this: you grind this layer off, you grind the flat bit off like this. This action number 1. That's with the pen tilt a little bit. Action number 2. On completion of the second grind, this edge just come out naturally. You walk around this edge. You don't walk on this edge. Are you with me? Okay. And also, what I want to add is like stick with your project pen. Don't switch them, because when I was grinding this nib, I was using my Jinhao 1916. That's Jinhao 1916. I was having absolutely fun with it, writing with it. But later on, I switched to this Mahjong C5. That's a C5. And I don't like it. Because why? I'll tell you. I just totally change the grip section. I just totally change the grip relation. It's totally completely different. I mean, everything is different. What I find mostly comfortable when I was grinding this thing, the entire degree of the relationship, it's totally distorted when it comes to this pen. Also, I find the C5 too heavy. That's the number 1. Number 2, the refill mechanism, it's not working that much. No, it's not. I will say I could just say that. Let me put it this way. I tried twice to refill this thing, but for this kind of converter, yeah, monster converter. That converter is huge. It's like 1.2 or something like that. I use a syringe to fill it up. Very, very easy, very, very pleasant and tidy and demure. It's just gentle. Okay, stick with your project pen. Don't switch it. I will switch this nib back to the Jinhao. But I'm telling you the lesson I learned. Don't switch your project pen. Stick with your project pen, and live with it until the last day of your nib. Okay, so what's my future? So that's the lesson I learned. The second lesson I learned for future improvement is this edge. If I will do it again, I will further grind down this bit until the right line. Because what I find is when I was using, because I was given above, the sweet spot of this kind of nib is really, really narrow. Basically, you are trying to touch the edge with the using this sharp edge to glide over the paper. But if this edge is too high, for example, something like this, but it looks quite dramatically over here, but when you were holding the pen, yeah, it's not that dramatic. If you're holding the pen, if you imagine you are right down to the final line of your page, you are holding the pen something like this. I'm doing so. That's why what I find, you are really making the pen perpendicular to the paper. You will notice when it's perpendicular to the paper, that pen just to make a BB, an ordinary BB, it doesn't give you that much line variance as you expected in here, because to the last line, I deliberately lay the paper down. To make it as I was grinding the thing. But that position and this nib is only work in that specific position. It doesn't give you a wide range of sweet spots as other pens will give you. So that's basically the drawback of this kind of specialty nib. Same as Sailor Zoom. I give you a line here, Sailor Zoom. But Dreamlight B, obviously, it's very comfortable, to write with, but it doesn't give you any line variance. But same as the Sailor Zoom. I still owe you a video on Sailor Zoom, yeah. I still remember that, but I don't think people will watch that video because that Sailor Zoom, it's irrelevant to your Roman descendant. So just let's temporarily forget about this pen. Forget about this nib. I don't know why you buy it anyway. Come on, that's the Sailor Zoom. Why the thing can't focus now? Why it's the can't focus? What's wrong with it? Anyway, so my point, if you deliberately lay the pen down, it gives you line variance. If the pen if the pen, because the position of the pen, the way you hold the pen, it's really it's not that consistent. Depends on where the position of the paper you're working on. Depends on the position you're working on. For example, on the first half of the line, it's holding normally. But when you get down. I mean, come on, it's natural behavior. That's why I say narrow sweet spot. And this nib is for fun, definitely for fun. Okay, comrade, I believe I have given all the thing I would like to give. And like, subscribe, and click the bell for first notification. And I believe other YouTube has also already told this to you. Okay, is there anything else I want to say? Have fun. Yeah, have fun with this thing. And after you know how to grind and practice make perfect and learn from your failure, don't be afraid. If you think 10 bag, if you think 10 is too few, buy 20. It cost you $8. Come on. Okay, comrade. And I believe that's all I want to say on this in this video. And have fun and learn from failure. Bye.